The first British woman to win a major singles title since Virginia Wade at the 1977 Wimbledon Championships, and the first to do so at the US Open since Virginia Wade in 1968. Hello and welcome to UPSC Sports View. Today, let's learn about Emma Raducanu. Emma Raducanu, born on 13th November 2002, is a British professional tennis player who is a reigning US Open champion. She reached her career high singles ranking of world number 23 on 13th September 2021 and is the current British number 1. Ranked number 338 in the world at the time, Raducanu was awarded a wild card into the main draw at the 2021 Wimbledon Championships and reached the fourth round there in her major debut. 2 months later, she entered the qualifying competition for the 2021 US Open, and after reaching the main draw, she went on to become the first qualifier, male or female, to reach and win a Grand Slam singles final. In the final, Raducanu defeated fellow teenager Leila Fernandez, winning the title without losing a set throughout the tournament. Let's listen to what Emma Raducanu said during the on-court interview after winning the final of the US Open 2021.
Emma, the crowd loves you too. You started this journey 3 weeks ago. You're the first qualifier to ever win a major tournament. How did you do it?
First of all, I really want to congratulate Leila and her team on an incredible fortnight. I mean, she's played some incredible tennis and beaten some of the top players in the world, so it was an incredibly difficult match, but I thought the level was extremely high, and I hope that we play each other in many more tournaments and hopefully finals. As for the 3 weeks I've spent in New York, I would say that having such a supportive team like I have over there, my coach, Will, the physio, the LTA, my agent, everyone in that team, and everyone back home who isn't here but watching on TV, thank you so much for all your support over the years. And most of all, I would say thank you to everyone here in New York. Thank you all for making me feel so at home from my first qualifying match all the way to the final. I've loved playing in front of you, and you've really spurred me on in some very difficult moments, and I hope that me and Leila put on a good performance today.
You both certainly did. You played 10 matches. You didn't drop a set. A little bit of adversity towards the end of the match. You had match points. Leila holds her serve, and then you had to face a few break points. How did you hold on to that composure?
Yeah, of course. Leila's always going to play great tennis and always going to fight. That's just the competitor she is, and that's why she's here in the finals. So I knew that I'd have to dig deep, and I fell somehow, and I thought that would throw myself off balance, really, because I was going to have to serve. I was just praying not for a double fault, but we got through it, and I think just staying in the moment, focusing on what I had to do, and my process and the mindset just really helped in those tough times.
Emma, this is the youngest final we've had since 1999. What does this say about the future of women's tennis?
I think it shows that the future of women's tennis and just the depth of the game right now is so great. I think every single player in the women's draw definitely has a shot of winning any tournament. So I hope that the next generation can follow in the steps of some of the greatest legends, for example, Billie Jean right here, and everyone that's at the top of the game right now.
And finally, speaking of another legend, Virginia Wade has been watching all your matches. She's here to witness. She's the last one to win a major from Great Britain. What does that mean to you?
It means so much to have Virginia here and also Tim, to have such British legends and icons for me to follow in their footsteps. It really helps, and it definitely gave me the belief that I could actually do it.
Congratulations, Emma. And now to hand you the prize money check. Are you ready for how much? $2.5 million is Andrea Lisher, head of America's client, JP Morgan Asset Management. And now, Emma, the great Billie Jean King will present you with your champion trophy. Ladies and gentlemen, your 2021 U.S. Open Women's Champion, Emma Raducanu.
Let's learn about the early life, education, and personal life of Emma Raducanu. Emma Raducanu was born on 13th November 2002 in Toronto, Canada, to Ian and Reni Raducanu, originally from Bucharest, Romania, and Shenyang, China, respectively. The original spelling of her family name in Romanian is Raducanu, pronounced Raducanu. She attributed her mentality and ethics to her tennis idols Simona Halep and Li Na, both from countries of her ancestry. Both of her parents work in the finance sector. Emma Raducanu's family moved to England when she was 2 years old. Raducanu started playing tennis at the age of 5. She attended Newstead Wood School, a selective grammar school in the London borough of Bromley, where she obtained an A star in mathematics and an A in economics in her A-levels. As a child, she participated in various sports and activities including golf, karting, motocross, skiing, horse riding, tap dancing, and ballet. She is a fan of Formula One. Raducanu holds both British and Canadian citizenship. She speaks Mandarin, watches Taiwanese television shows, and enjoys Romanian cuisine courtesy of her Bucharest-based grandmother. Let's learn about Raducanu's junior career. Raducanu won the ITF Chandigarh Lawn Tennis Girls Tournament at the beginning of 2018. Later during the same year, she reached the quarterfinals of both the Wimbledon and US Open Girls Singles tournaments. Raducanu first played against Leila Fernandez in the second round of the 2018 Girls Singles at Wimbledon prior to their championship match at the 2021 US Open. Let's take a look at the professional career of Emma Raducanu. Raducanu turned professional in 2018. She alternated between juniors and WTA tournaments during 2018 and 2019. She won a $25,000 tournament in Pune, India in December 2019. In 2020, many tennis events were cancelled due to the COVID-19 pandemic. Raducanu participated in exhibition matches and small tournaments in the United Kingdom. She won the LTA British Tour Masters title in December 2020. She also devoted time to her academic studies, preparing for her A-levels, which she took in 2021. Emma Raducanu made her WTA Tour main draw debut at the 2021 Nottingham Open, where she gained entry on a wild card. In June, Raducanu made her main draw Grand Slam debut on a wildcard to the 2021 Wimbledon Championships. She advanced to the third round with initial victories over Vitalia Diatchenko and Marketa Vondrousova. She was the youngest British woman to reach the Wimbledon third round since Elena Baltacha in 2002, also as an 18-year-old. Raducanu then defeated Sorana Cirstea to reach the fourth round, becoming at 18 years and 239 days old the youngest British woman to reach the last 16 in the Open era, and guaranteeing a top 185 in WTA rankings, having been at world number 338 at the start of Wimbledon. On 5th July 2021, Raducanu retired in the second set of her fourth round match against Ajla Tomljanovic owing to breathing difficulty. Raducanu played at the Silicon Valley Classic, the first women's tournament in the annual US Open Series, in August, entering on a wild card to the tournament. Raducanu lost in the first round to Zhang Shuai. She changed her coach during this time from Nigel Sears, father-in-law of former world number 1 Andy Murray, to Andrew Richardson, one of her youth coaches. In August 2021, Raducanu reached the final of the WTA 125 tournaments event in Chicago, where she lost to Clara Towson. The WTA ranking points she gained brought her to a new career high ranking of world number 150. At the US Open, Raducanu beat Bibiane Schoofs, Miriam Balzvads and Mayar Sharif in straight sets in qualifying to enter the main draw. There she beat Stephanie Voigel, Zhang Shuai, Sara Sorribes-Tormo, Shelby Rogers, Belinda Bencic and Maria Sakkari to reach the final without dropping a set. Raducanu gained more than 100 ranking places, entering the top 25 and displacing Johanna Konta as the British women's singles number 1. She became the only singles qualified to reach the semi-final and final of the US Open in the Open era and the youngest since Maria Sharapova in 2005. Raducanu was also the fifth player in the Open era to make the semi-final on her US Open debut. Following Lila Fernandez's win in the semi-finals, Raducanu became the second player born in 2002 to reach the final of the US Open and the first British woman to reach the US Open final since Virginia Wade in 1968. Raducanu defeated Fernandez 6-4, 6-3 in what was the first all-teenage women's singles final since the 1999 US Open between Serena Williams and Martina Hingis. She won the US Open without dropping a single set. Not only was it her first WTA singles title and her first Grand Slam championship at the same time, but it made Raducanu the first qualified to win a Grand Slam tournament and the first woman in the Open era to win a Slam tournament with only 2 appearances. Her only previous Grand Slam entry was Wimbledon in 2021. It also meant that Raducanu became just the second US Open debutant after Bianca Andreescu to win the tournament. As a result, Raducanu rose to number 23 in the world rankings. Her victory also made her the first British woman to win a singles Grand Slam championship since Wade at the Wimbledon in 1977 and the first British Grand Slam singles champion of either gender since Andy Murray at Wimbledon in 2016. Let's listen to what Emma Raducanu said during the press conference after the US Open Final 2021.
Emma, how's your day going?
Day's going great. How is yours?
Not bad. It's getting better. Could you just, if you would, give us your thoughts on the match?
Yeah, I thought from the very beginning I knew it was going to be an extremely difficult match because Layla, she's played some unbelievable tennis, taking out a lot of the top 10 this week. So I knew that I'd really have to bring my game, and I was just trying to focus as much as possible on one point at a time. And there was some really great battles, and I really had to dig deep to faced quite a bit of adversity in both sets. So I'm just really proud of how I managed to stick in and come through in the end.
Okay, thank you. Questions for the champ? Howard.
Howard Kendricks with AP. As you walked up to that seat, you saw that picture of you holding the trophy overhead. What was the first thought you had when you saw that?
I mean, it's an absolute dream. Like you just have visions of yourself, going up to the box, hugging everyone. I mean, celebrating. That's something that you always think of and you always work for. And for that moment to actually happen, I'm just so grateful for my team that are here with me and the team that are back home and the LTA and every single person who supported me along this journey.
Okay. We need a mask on. Okay. Thank you very much. Okay. Thank you. In the back.
Emma, congratulations, Darcy Main from ESPN.com. If someone had told you ahead of Wimbledon that by the end of the summer you'd be a Grand Slam champion, what would you have said to them?
No, I wouldn't have believed it at all because at the beginning of the grass courts, I was coming fresh off my exams. I had 3 weeks to practice before my first tournament. And I just built up every single match, every single win. I mean, I thought Wimbledon was such an incredible experience. And fourth round, second week, I couldn't believe it. I thought, what a great achievement. But I was still hungry. I was working hard after the grass. I didn't have much time off. And then straight back out here on the States. And with each match and tournament and week, I think I've really built in terms of confidence, in terms of my game, in terms of my ball striking, and everything came together today. And I think to pull off some of the shots I did in the big moments when I really needed it was just an accumulation of everything I've learned in the past 5 weeks.
Okay, Ben.
Ben Rothenberg, New York Times. Congratulations. Are you at all surprised at how relatively easy this was, at least on paper? I mean, you won 20 sets in a row, didn't drop a single set, never went to a tiebreak in any of those sets. Even if this was only your second Grand Slam, you barely played on tour level really at all compared to most players. I mean, this is all very fast and very impressive. I was wondering if that makes sense to you or if you're still surprised by it, just when you hear those sorts of things.
Yeah, I'd say even though I didn't on paper drop a set, I think I faced a lot of adversity in every single one of my match. I can pick moments where I was down, or even if the scoreline was showing one thing, the dynamic of the points in the games, it was a long juice games, and just to come through those are important. So I think that what I did very well this tournament was press in the moments that I really needed to, and I guess that's why I didn't drop a set on paper, even though all of the matches were extremely challenging.
Okay, Matt.
Hi, I'm Matt Futterman from the New York Times. Can you walk us through those moments where you had that long point, slipped, fell, scraped your leg, and then took that slow walk over to your chair to get... Can you just walk us through what was going on, what was going through your head, and how you thought through and what you were thinking about when the trainer was bandaging you up?
Yeah, it was either 30-all or deuce, and it was pretty incredible point. I mean, she hit an amazing backhand line, and I was giving it everything I had, and I fell, and my knee cut pretty bad. I didn't actually want to stop because I thought it would disrupt my rhythm, seeing as I was going to be serving 30-40, and to have such a long break after a point. But I couldn't play on. I wasn't allowed to because my knee was like gushing with blood. So the chair umpire said that I needed to get it treated right away. So I guess I just went over and was just trying to really think and what my patterns of play were going to be, what I was going to try and execute. And going out there facing a break point after a 2-3 minute disruption isn't easy, but I think I managed for sure to really pull off the clutch plays when I needed to.
Craig, then Willie.
Emma, Craig Gabriel, 9 Radio. If you just go back to the match point, you wasn't able to convert a couple, and then what happened when you stepped up to the line? What were your thoughts there, and then you fired that ace for the championship?
Yeah, of course, having match point on Layla's serve, it was, for me, even in that service game, I was just thinking it was a bonus because she was serving. She's allowed to play good points because she's a great player. So I had a chance with a forehand mid-court, but, I went for it. That's what got me into that position to have a match point. So I went for it again and misfired. But when I was serving for it, I faced 2 break points, I think. And the match point, I don't think I made one serve flat wide in the whole match, to be honest. And I was like, if I'm going to make it, this is going to be the time. So I literally drove my legs up to that ball toss like never before. And yeah, I landed it, just disbelief, just trying to take everything in, all the moment. The atmosphere was absolutely incredible today. I mean, the amount of fans and spectators in the crowd, I was very surprised by the turnout, to be honest, but I was really loving just playing in front of crowd and fans again.
Okay, Will.
Willie Weinbaum with ESPN, congratulations. When in your life did you first dream or fantasize about winning a major title, and how does the reality tonight compare with those visions you might have had earlier?
Yeah, the visions I had, they were from pretty early on. I would say I've always dreamed of winning a Grand Slam. You just say these things. You say I want to win a Grand Slam, but to have the belief I did in actually executing and winning a Grand Slam, I can't believe it. I first started when I was a little girl, but I think the biggest thing that you have visions of is, for me, it was just the winning moment and going to celebrate with your team in the box and trying to find your way up to the box and just seeing them after the match. That's been playing in my head like a couple nights. Like I've fallen asleep to that.
Chris.
Emma, it's Chris Clary. Many people look at what happened at Wimbledon and see a lot of, I think, strength and inspiration in that you were able to come to that situation and then come back and play so well in this big tournament, handle the pressure so well. How do you view that? How do you see it the same way? Do you view it as a triumph in that sense?
I think the biggest triumph for me is how I managed to just not think of absolutely anything else except for my game plan and what I'm going to execute. I didn't really think anything of anything other than what was going on the tennis court. So all the outside stuff, I just completely zoned in and focused on my craft. And when I was on the tennis court, it was just business as usual, focusing on the plays. And that's the biggest thing that I'm proud of. And I think that's definitely what is the biggest thing that has probably helped me to win this title.
Front row. Right here, front row.
Candy Rodo, La Vanguardia. I just want to know, how has your family reacted to this dream run for you, and what has been the communication with them today, before the match and after the match, if you care to share? Yeah, I speak to my parents. We don't really talk so much about tennis, but they just really want to know how I am in these moments. And, to not have them here with me, I would have loved them to be here and we can all celebrate together, or they could be with me and experience the same things. But, they were watching from home, very proud. And, I think my dad, in no way, he said to me, "You're even better than your dad thought." So that was reassurance. Tiny temper reference there, but no, I mean, my dad's definitely very tough to please, but I managed to today.
Okay. Emma, we're going to transition online. Eleanor, you are live.
Hi, Emma. Many congratulations. As you said 3 months ago, you were a schoolgirl and now you're the US Open champion. You've had a congratulatory message from the Queen. I know you said that you weren't looking at your phone and you didn't really know what was going on back here, but are you ready for what a star you're going to be when you come back and how things are going to change for you?
No, I still haven't checked my phone. I have absolutely no idea what's going on outside of our little world that we're in here. We've just been in the quiet room, just enjoying the moment and taking it all in. I think today we just really need to, just shut out from everything and just enjoy it as a team, because it was a team effort. I didn't get here by myself at all. I mean, every single person that's here with me has helped me along the way and played a huge part.
Okay. Thank you very much, Eleanor. Laura, you are live.
Sorry.
Laura?
Sorry, I'm just trying to turn my camera on here.
Okay.
Sorry about that.
That's okay.
Hi, Emma. Congratulations. Kind of in the same vein, I was wondering if you've already wrapped your head around about how your life is going to change after this tournament, and what do you think that's going to be like for you?
I haven't thought of any of that, to be honest. After the match, just showered, same routines as always. Like, I'm not even thinking about like when I'm going home. I have no idea when I'm going home. I've got no idea what I'm doing tomorrow. I'm just really trying to embrace the moment and really take it all in. And I think it's definitely the time to just switch off from any future thoughts or from any plans, any schedule. I've got absolutely no clue. And right now, no care in the world. I'm just loving life.
Thank you, Laura. Final question online. Christian, you're live.
Hi, Emma. Congratulations for trophy. You are the first British player to achieve a Grand Slam tournament since Virginia Wade in 1977, as well as other records that you broke in this event. What does making history at such a young age mean to you? How does it affect you? And does it generate any extra pressure, or do you carry it well? Thank you.
Yeah, I think that in the UK, Great Britain, Virginia Wade, she achieved such great results, and she's an absolute legend. She was watching my match and I was super honoured. But I think that for me, I don't feel absolutely any pressure. I'm still only 18 years old. I mean, I'm just having a free swing at anything that comes my way, and that's how I faced every match here in the States. And it got me this trophy, so I don't think I should change anything.
Thank you for listening to this discussion on Emma Raducanu. For more such discussions, get the UPSC Practice app from the App Store.